Hello, today's October 16th, 2020. Today we're going to be going over my United States electoral map presidential election prediction. Right now, I'm just filling in all the states I think will go to Trump by over 15%, and then I'm going to do Biden states because I need to make this kind of a quick video. And then we can talk about the states that aren't filled in already. I won't usually do this. I'll talk about them individually usually. But right now, something's going on, so I just got to do this real quick because I've not made a video in over a week. Here we go. Yeah. These colors I have in right now for each party both mean 15% or more, which is safe for these parties. This color I have right now, that's blue, on Utah, means likely 7% or more. This is over 2%. That's lean, and this is tilt under 2% or under. And it's safe 15% or more, likely 7% or more, lean over 2%, and tilt under 2%. So let's get into it. Missouri, Kansas, Montana, all these states have a race going on right now that's really making Republicans reflect upon the presidential race. So whether it's a Senate race or a governor race or a House race in Montana's case, that all rhymed. But I think that is affecting it a little bit. A lot, actually. Kansas and Montana both went to Trump by 21 points, and now he's only winning by 8 in each state. I think he'll win both by 12, though. Missouri, same, actually. I think he'll win all these by around the same margin. Mississippi, Louisiana, I expect to have huge turnouts compared to past years, especially in 2016, where there was a huge voter suppression in Mississippi, even though Trump was guaranteed to win it anyway. These are just high African American turnout states I expect to happen. And now we're up a little bit, especially since Mississippi's already polling likely and more African Americans are going to vote. I think, honestly, I completely doubt it, but it could be on the brim of 6%. I definitely do not think it'll happen. I think it's going to go to Trump by twice the amount, and I think Louisiana will go to Trump by 14 points. Lindsey Graham is, I think, disapproved of actually in South Carolina, and that's reflecting upon the presidential race here. And however, it's not just that. The demographic trends here, especially in the Sun Belt in general, except for Alabama, is the only state that's not changing down here. South Carolina is one of the biggest, fastest changing states right now. Towards the blue side. Alaska, same way. However, it also has a Senate race reflecting upon its presidential race. Texas and Iowa, I both have is going to the Republicans by a lean margin. Oh, sorry. I won't talk about Indiana. That's basically how it's polling. We don't have much data otherwise. So that's my prediction, my individual prediction for Indiana. But Iowa and Texas are both swing states now, and I believe they will both go into the lean column for Donald Trump. I expect him to win these states by around 2% each. Maybe I would tilt Texas. Biden was leading it for like 2-3 weeks at one point, but then he just went down after the RNC, like down, way down. Not as much as I'm exaggerating it, but he did. Ohio, I expect to go to Trump by a tilt margin. It has gotten every election right in the past 60 years. However, I do not think this will be the case. I think Biden will win, and we'll get into the states which I think Biden will win after I finish the last Republican state I'm going to have in filled here, which is Utah, likely. Mitt Romney does not like Trump. Utahnians know that. And however, I don't think he's endorsed Biden. They know they need to have a better outlook on their choices. I'm not implying that Trump supporters are bad. I'm just implying that some Republicans or Democrats automatically stick with their party no matter what. They don't even learn about their candidates. I think everyone should be a swing voter and vote whoever they think is the best for the job. Virginia, Colorado, New Mexico, Maine, New Hampshire are all states that Hillary won. And I think that Biden will only expand in these states. If Hillary won them in 2016, Biden's almost guaranteed to expand among them. Uh, Nevada, I think, will be, with the Latino vote going a little bit down among the Democrats, just a little bit, and a little bit more for Trump. I expect it to be around the same margin it was in 2016 as a lean bit for Hillary Clinton. Minnesota. Oh, actually, we'll talk about Minnesota in a second. Just so you know, actually, no, we'll talk about it right now. Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, I do not have as likely. I have them all. I have these three as lean, and Minnesota is likely. However, you need to keep in mind that all these states are polling like up to over 10 points for Biden. I have them as lean, which is 6% or over 2% to 6%. That's a lot less than the polls are saying. I'm mainly going off of my own prediction and demographic trends and other races reflecting upon these races, all that stuff. However, this is how I think the Rust Belt will go. I think it'll flip towards the Democrats and win them the presidential seat and the Senate, actually. Sorry if it sounds like I'm being biased. I'm really not trying to. And I know you still see Georgia as blank, and you're like, what the hell is he doing? Why is Georgia not filled in? Did he forget about it? No, I didn't. Right now, as of last video and as of this video, Biden is leading in Georgia. It's having huge turnouts in Georgia. Everything in Georgia right now is going in the Democrats' favor. Everything is going perfectly, and I believe it's going to keep doing that. And right now, I do think it'll go to Joe Biden. Now, if the prediction on election day that I post still has Georgia as blue, then you can almost guarantee Biden's going to win. No offense. If you believe Trump should win, then by all means, dislike my video, or actually don't dislike my video, but just disagree with me and tell me why you are disagreeing with me in the comments. North Carolina, I had as red last video. However, I only had that is because four times as many minorities were being objected, which I read, and I believe I did not give that enough thought because Biden is doing amazing among white voters. He's only down by a few points. Hillary was down by over double digits in white voters in 2016. So you gotta keep that optimistic mind and think about the majority of the base, the voter base, and what they're thinking. Because if other bits are changing, then whites are most likely to change as well. Again, that was probably a really vague explanation, but I think you get the general idea. Arizona, I have as going lean for the Democrats after Trump has gotten COVID, insulted John McCain, messed up completely in the debate, did horrible in the town hall last night, just did all, and messed up coronavirus, pecking the Supreme Court when majority of Arizona does not think they should. All of that leads to Biden winning. And by a lean margin, too. He's leading here by like 4 points still only, but I believe that he will win it by like 2.1, 2.2 points. Kristen Sinema is really what changed the state around in 2018 when the Arizonians made that choice. They knew they were going to go blue in 2020. Maybe they didn't know it, but Arizona will definitely go blue. That's the state I'm most confident about. I'm more confident about Arizona going blue than New York going blue, and that says something. Sorry, just Arizona's race is really interesting to me. Florida, I believe, will be tilt blue. And Maine's first district, the second district, I meant, because just because I said so. Biden's doing a lot better among whites everywhere, but he is doing worse among Hispanics in Florida and Nevada than any other state. So he is making up for that in white people. So we're gonna have to see. I know I said so like so many times, but Florida, I do think will very slightly go into the Democrats' favor. Again, they still have 2 Republican senators and a lot of red House races that are going to happen. We'll see about Florida. That's the state I have as toss up the most right now. More toss up than Georgia. Maine's second district, again, with Nebraska's second district going lean and Maine's second going tilt. We have to rely on the data here, really, because there's not really any approval, or then all districts are way less populated than the whole state itself because it's divided among multiple groups in certain areas based on population. So, sorry, my throat's starting to hurt, so I'm about to end the video. But this map might look a little weird to you. I'm gonna fully fill it in as the full thing, just to give you an idea of what it will look like on election night. And just so you know, Biden is winning in Ohio. He was winning in Iowa less than a week ago and is leading in the last poll. And there was a point where he was leading in Texas. So I'm not being biased. Trust me, if I was being biased, you would know it. Let me just finish filling this up. Almost done, guys. Every state I have red right now, I believe, every state but Ohio right now, I believe Trump is winning. So I could, if I was basing this off of only data alone, and or only blue turnout, or however way I wanted to manipulate it, it could literally look like more than Jesus. Alright, that's so much. However, these are all within 15 points and are vaguely competitive. However, that is nowhere near how I think it'll go. Again, I do think Trump will lose, but not by as much as it looked like. I believe it'll be a 351 blowout to the Republican Party. Sorry, one more thing. There we go. That's how I think it'll go. And just to give you a fuller image, just make that red so it looks like it's a full state. Doesn't that look weird, huh? You know, since that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 flips since 2016. I mean, just these three flips alone, or honestly, you want to see the most guaranteed flips? Just Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Arizona are my main flips that have and Wisconsin. These are states that are going to definitely go to Biden, in my opinion. Sorry, yes, again, I had to keep saying in my opinion because people dislike the video. This is a fully opinion-based, slightly data-based, but mostly opinion-based. Again, I make my predictions based off the data, but I also put a little bit of my opinion in there as well. I'm sorry for making this confusing. I think I need to make this clear before people dislike this video for no reason. Thank you guys for watching, though, so much. Goodbye.